Welcome back to the Spicy Spotlight. Today's guests are Kaylee and Rachel from the library, and we're here to see what they do with handling the heat.
All right, for wing number one, what is one thing you wish everybody knew before they went into the library? And with that, wing number one.
I was going to say, you look like you're puzzling over the sauce over there, Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, it's hotter than I expected for number one.
Me too, so I'm a little nervous now.
All right.
Like, it's not hot, but it's North Dakota hot, you know?
Yeah, it's a little stepped up from what the traditional starting point is for hot ones.
Okay.
Because we found that otherwise it's a little light. So.
Yeah.
I suppose I would answer that question by, I wish everyone would know where the bathrooms were when they walk into the building, because that seems to be one of the most asked questions.
Those are very hidden. I will give them that. They are hidden.
Especially with the fact that one of them is out of order, so.
Need some bigger signage.
Yeah.
You have to tell
And our
Ian to
sight
get on
lines are so bad because of the stacks, and then because it's a Carnegie library, there's all the weird nooks and crannies,
Right.
and so it's hard to properly sign.
Now, do either of you guys know history of the library? How old is it?
Yes.
The original part?
So it was originally put together in 1907, 1908. There was a meeting of the Dickinson City Commission, or City Council as it was back then, led by, I believe, a dentist in town, Dr. Barker,
Okay.
who had written to New York and the Carnegie Foundation, and they were able to approve about $12,500 for the building of a Carnegie library, provided that the city would be putting that much into it, or like a percentage into it per year, so that it wouldn't just rot from that point.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And so it opened in 1911, and
been open ever since.
All right. I learned something new today.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I did not know
I thought you were gonna give me a year, but it's awesome that you know the history of the building that you're in, which is really cool. So, before we eat wing two, if you could have dinner with any author, living or dead, who would it be? And enjoy that wing. And you let us know when it starts to get hot.
I like
was
this.
less hot, I
I
think.
thought so too. And I think the flavor was better from the second one than the first.
I liked the first one. It's peppery.
Oh. This one was a little more tangy.
Yeah, I'd say this one's like almost like a jalapeno style sauce.
Any author, living or dead. I feel like you'd get the best bang for your buck if you did like James Patterson, because then you'd have like 50 authors that you would meet.
Oh, good answer.
So
Yeah.
I'd probably pick like Jean George or something, who wrote My Side of the Mountain. Like, she's a children's author. She seems pretty down to earth, and she likes wildlife and nature. So she'd be cool to hang out with, I think.
And then you get to meet at least the author of some of the stories that you like to read and kind of get their perspective on how they got there as well.
I was waiting for Dr. Seuss. It's like that guy.
Oh,
Dr. Seuss,
I
Edgar
wonder-
Allan Poe, Shakespeare.
I want to know what goes on in Dr.
Shakespeare's
Seuss's
a good
head.
one.
How he came up with all his characters. That's one question. If I could sit down and ask,
Mm-hmm.
where do you get these drawings and
Where
characters?
do you come up with the
What do you
wacky
think?
idea to end up with a cat in the hat?
All right. Wing number three. What is one of the weirdest questions you've ever been asked?
That one's my favorite so far.
yeah, that one was good.
That's my favorite of the lineup.
I once had a patron who, well, firstly, I want to disclaim this. Our job is to answer questions and help people, so like inherently no question is a bad question. That was one thing that you wanted to bring up, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that's what we're here for. No matter how stupid the question, our job is to connect you from point A to point B.
Yep.
However, I did once have a patron that asked if I would skip my lunch break, and they offered to pay me $20 to do their resume for them. I did not, but I helped them with the template and stuff. But that sticks in my brain as something that's a little out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Try to bribe you into doing some work for them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't really have the mindset that there's like particularly weird questions that stand out. I just never know what to expect. Like, you could answer the phone and someone will be asking you to renew their books for them, or you could answer the phone and they're asking the definition of abattoir or something strange.
Really?
So you really just don't know what's going to happen.
Do you guys get that a lot? Like people
Ever
just-
so
We get a lot
often.
of strange questions.
Yeah.
Or people like asking for directions to places in Dickinson or elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people
that would
who
have been
don't
my
have
first thought.
the
Yeah,
internet.
I would not have thought that at all.
We actually, like, as a state, part of the state library stuff that we report, we have to collect reference question data.
Okay.
So when people ask different questions, we note down what that question was, and so that we can kind of keep track of what kinds of things we need to provide more information about.
Yeah, it's good like data to drive your decision making within the
Yeah.
library. Yeah. Story that stands out for me is when I first started with the city, there was actually a guy during the oil boom that brought a machete to take a picture of it to sell on eBay, and chose the library of all places to do it. So I agree. There's oftentimes strange questions or strange things that come across your guys' desk.
Why the machete in a library?
Couldn't take a picture of him. He had to take a picture in the library.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
fair.
lighting is really good in the
It
library.
is. The historical
Apparently.
section.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right in the historical section where you come up in the original entrance there. So why they
Initially-
chose it, no idea.
Initially, the reference desk was right between those two pillars, like right as you walked in.
Okay. It's pretty nifty. What's one stereotype that's true and one that's false that you guys typically see about libraries or librarians in general, and with that enjoy Wing 4?
We do not care what you check out. I think that the stereotype of like the judgy, like, oh, a romance, well, Gladys or whatever, like, we do not care. It can be the strangest fringe political theory nonfiction, or,
Yeah, you guys are
whatever
there to
niche
provide the
fantasy, like,
books,
I
not
don't
really there
care.
to provide
I
opinions.
probably haven't even read it. I just moved it, So I think that that's one thing that, like, I know I would worry about in the past, like, well, this one's sort of, and I feel like no one needs to be worried about that.
just immediately judging them as it goes across.
I think the stereotype that the library is like a quiet place that you can't talk in is not true, because essentially it's a community center and there's a lot of programs going on. So sometimes it gets pretty noisy in the library, and that's all right.
Especially the children's section.
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of a difference as the profession has evolved over time. Like, the old guard, you will be silent, you will sit still, this is for studying and research. And with the introduction of the internet, like,
Yeah.
why would you come to the library if that's all it was?
Yeah.
So in making it more of a free space for people to gather and for kids to play their games, or, it can still serve as research and
But
study, but
adds a whole nother community.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with the teen and the children's computers, I never would have thought they're always over there talking,
they're
laughing,
always
joking.
playing Roblox
Yeah.
or, but
I'd say they're not loud, but yeah, there's always noise or something going on there.
They
You
can
guys-
be loud.
You guys got stereotypes that are true about the library? That is like, I mean, for like IT, a typical stereotype is we tell people to turn off and on again. I mean, it holds true in some scenarios because it has benefits, but what about the library?
I think the stereotype that the library is a building for everybody is true, because you don't have to be from Dickinson to use the library.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who you are. You can find something for you there.
I think, and this is not me tooting my own horn here, but like, some of the people that, particularly those with a long tenure working at the library, are some of the smartest people you'll ever meet. They're well-read, they were well-rounded, and I always think about the saying or the guidance that, like, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find a different room. I am never the smartest person in the room in the library, so.
I got one for you. We always made jokes growing up through middle school and high school that all of our librarians were book nerds. Does that stand true, or is it not?
That's not true, I don't think. Some people think that we read books all day because we work in a library. That's not true.
Are most
Yes
of you
and
avid
no.
readers, though?
It depends if, I don't know. So I'll
I
go
think
through
so.
phases where I'm really into reading and then
And some not.
some not, yeah.
Okay.
And that's natural, I think.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
with any, hobby, and we all have jobs and lives and stuff. And sometimes a new video game comes out, and that's just a few months shot.
Right?
But other times I'm finishing 12 books in 8 days or something crazy. Like
Okay.
Not me.
I go through phases.
Yeah.
I was going to say, from a reading standpoint, not nearly as much as I used to, but more news.
All right. For wing number 5, what is one of the most popular events that the library runs, and why do you think it's such a big hit? And with that, wing number 5.
You guys are handling the wings very well, by the way. Either that or you're pretending to eat them. It's one of the two.
That one was sweeter. I liked it.
That was a Scotch bonnet.
It's like a curry.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Popular programs. Jade, our children's librarian, does a lot of really well-attended programs for the kids and families. Our Grinchmas and our Halloween parties.
Yeah.
I know we did a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory showing on its 50th anniversary.
Okay.
That was really, really popular. But my secret for programming is that I never know what is going to hit and what's going to miss.
Okay.
It's really unpredictable. I can have, 40, 50, 60 people say, like, going on Facebook and have 15. Or have teens that are talking like, oh, I want to come for this craft, I want to come for this one, and then like the next 2 are no shows, and the next one I have 13. Like, it's, I don't know what you want.
Right. When you
I
run,
try and take the data of what has been most successful in the past and
yeah, and
keep
you,
going.
You run a lot of the teen events, right?
Yep,
So
I'm
you do
teen and
Dungeons
young
and
adult.
Dragons,
Yep.
and you're gonna have to help me out with some of the other ones. I know. I know
Dungeons
Dungeons and
and
Dragons is a big one. I see all the time.
I
for
do
that.
How to Art. I
Okay.
do Teen Crafternoon,
Okay.
and I do Adult Craft Club
Okay.
and Anime and Manga Club.
I was unaware of all those. All right.
I didn't know you had as many craft ones up
Yeah.
into the adult side, but
Yeah, the craft ones are fun. Like, I get to do things that are a little bit more advanced, and you get all sorts of different skills and age, age ranges as far as the adults are concerned. And then the How to Art program is sort of my baby, because it's just like beginner's art classes, but it allows me to use my art degree.
All right.
I'd say the summer reading kickoff is a pretty major event.
okay.
At City Square, a lot of people from the community show up. There's bouncy houses and DJs. I don't work in the programming department, but that's just from my observation.
Well, and you're the one like manning the front lines at the desk when programs get
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
and-
yeah,
Yes,
that's-
you get to at least you see the traffic through
Right.
the library, so you kind of have a general sense of, hey,
Yeah.
this is what's going on and
Yeah.
it's popular. So
Mm-hmm.
now,
Kickoff is definitely the biggest one of the year for sure.
Yep.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I've attended a few times.
Yeah, I
you
feel
guys
like that's
get
a pretty
really
big one.
really good crowds. So
And Legacy Square, like having that space has really been a game changer for the amount of work that we have to put in and set up and take down. That
yeah,
has
it's a
been
nice space for you
perfect
guys.
for us.
And you guys have used it for movies as well, if I recall. Potentially. I feel like
I don't
one or two
think so.
come.
I know
okay.
we put our screen, like we have posters that'll rotate through the screen for events.
Okay.
But I don't know if our event license for showing movies goes for like
goes over
outdoor.
there. Okay.
They've had bubble
We've talked about
parties
it,
and
but we
stuff.
haven't done that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
we've
know
done
they've
water
had
parties,
bubble
Yeah, the
parties.
bubble parties I've seen.
Yeah.
I did rock painting in Legacy Square.
Okay.
Some people chose like the big rocks. I guess that's technically a rock.
Nobody painted the boulders out there.
I was a little surprised. But they
Someone
didn't give
comes
me
with
any
a
rules,
crane
so
and
here
a
we
fresh
are.
boulder.
If you guys could create any wild, no budget program or that for the library for teens, what would it be? And before you answer, enjoy Wing 6. That one warm there, Kaylee?
Yeah. That one definitely has a more smoky flavor, I think. It's good.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's bourbon maple.
In my wildest, craziest dreams, for a no-budget teen, maybe even all ages sort of program, I would do a library LARP camp.
Okay.
And I would bring in like people that actually know what they're doing, because I've never LARPed. You cannot tell that by looking at me. I look like someone who would LARP. But I would love to try, and I mean, to bring in some of the different like acting and stage combat and like creative associations that exist to do that would be so fun. It would require such a big space. It would require a lot of waivers. I don't know if it's feasible at all ever, but that would be my
medieval
LARP camp
timey?
dream.
Is that what you're thinking?
Oh yeah.
Bring in the food vendors.
No Harry Potter. There's no witches jumping around. No people on brooms.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, you can do magic like in LARPs. You
All
can also
right.
do like horror LARPs and things like that. I've researched this extensively. That's how I know it's outside our price range.
What about you, Kaylee?
I guess I don't really work in programming, so I really haven't thought of it. But I think it'd be cool to do a program with like Theodore Roosevelt Park, like some sort of like hike the trails or something, some sort of educational, I don't know, something like that.
Read along the Matai Trail.
Yeah, something like that would be cool.
Like it could be like a book walk. Because they'll do, like in Bismarck and some other places, they'll have public parks where they have the little signs, but it's
Okay.
just pages of stories.
Oh, that's nifty.
So like as you're walking the loop or whatever, you read the full children's books, and then they change out which book is represented every couple of months or something.
Yeah, that's pretty
If we
nifty.
did that for the whole Matai Trail.
That would be cool.
Could get a few stories, I think.
Lord of the Rings.
Probably looks like I'm getting really emotional talking about the Matai Trail, but it's this spicy sauce that's causing me to tear up. It's not the Matai Trail.
Spirit of the Badlands.
Yeah, Spirit of the Badlands.
You're just really kind of
Yeah.
spicy up there.
Really into it.
I get emotional when we talk about it. Yeah.
All right. So for your next emotional wing, how do you stay positive in your busiest moments at the library? What is the secret?
I think we have a lot of support. Like our director and assistant director are both awesome, and like the full-time staff that is in the work area, you know, they're always able to jump in and lend a hand if it gets too busy. And then we have some really great part-time staff that when they're not shelving, like, you know, I think that we work really well as a team, and then it's easy to stay positive. It's also really nice to have a job where your job is helping someone. And sure, some people can be rude, that's in any job, but you're doing something with meaning, and I think that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, the positive interactions with that make up for any amount of a negative person that will come in and yell about something.
Yeah, you're right, it's time for a
That was
tissue.
a real beautiful answer. Yeah, I would say I'm generally a positive person, and I don't dealing with people who are upset. They obviously have something going on in their life. I don't take it personally, but whenever I'm encountering people from the public, I just kind of, if it's super busy and the desk there's a long line, I just kind of one person at a time type of thing.
Haley is our secret weapon. Like, honestly, she's
She's horribly,
Unfailingly
positive at the front desk.
unfailingly
Absolutely.
positive, always got a smile on to meet, like, every person, always helpful, like...
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
No
saying
offense,
it
no
to you.
offense, Rachel. She's my kids' favorite over at the library. So
It's okay. When they're teens, they'll
yeah,
get there.
then they may change. Then they may change. You guys ready?
This is the bomb, right?
This is the best one. Now, got a fun question for you at the same piece. If the library was suddenly invaded by zombies, what's your survival plan? And think on that while you enjoy the bomb. Did Jake warn you about this?
Yeah. Oh, I've had it before. It depends where they're coming from, is my answer.
Okay.
Because my office is in the basement corner. If they're coming from the west, that's that exit blocks, which means I have to go to the south entrance or the elevator, which is a risky move in an emergency. If they're coming from all over, like an invasion force, if we're under siege, I don't know. I think if we could all get to the community room, there are snacks, there's Wi-Fi, we'd survive for a few days.
Survive in the community room.
Hideout.
That one's not fun, gang.
If I was behind the desk, I would run to the garage probably and escape through that route. Or I would take the spiral staircase through the room with the ducks, and then there's like this little door that goes into the garage. And I climb down the ladder and then escape that way. Essentially the garage, I feel like, would be my best route.
I was going to say, you look like you're getting emotional over this.
I know, yes.
So,
It's really scary.
I was going to say, where's that spiral staircase at?
Yeah,
Well,
the back
We'll never
staircase?
tell.
Yeah, I was
never
gonna
know.
say. I've been in the library so many times, and I cannot picture where there's a spiral staircase.
It's
Like an actual spiral.
Yes.
Not just
it goes up,
into the crawl space.
yeah, like above adult fiction.
Okay.
That one I do not know.
I was gonna say, you guys are emotional with the staircase too. So, yeah,
It was moved with the 70s expansion.
it's got some history ties.
Yeah.
Everybody's just emotional about that. It's all good.
I blew my nose and it made it worse.
Oh yeah.
I believe
yeah.
you.
It wasn't a good call.
I suggest not rubbing your eyes.
Just let the tears run. That's all you can do.
I might just let the snot run too and everything.
All right, with snot running, how do you keep up with all the patrons' interests? What do you do?
And enjoy.
And with that, winning 9.
Sometimes when I'm checking out patrons, I'll ask them what they're enjoying and what they're reading. And some people want to talk about it, some people don't, but
Some people don't want to tell you about that romance novel that
yeah,
they checked out last
yeah.
week.
But generally, if people are really excited about what they're reading or enjoying it, they like talking about it. So, and that's how you find like good recommendations from patrons for your own personal read list. But
So I do some book ordering. I order the young adult fiction and nonfiction. So we use several like literary magazines, and they tell you what's hot, what's coming out, authors to look out for. But also like, I'm not beyond Googling like, what are the teens into? Or like going on Instagram and scrolling. I have like a burner TikTok that I just look through, and I'm like,
Looking for
just
what
looking for like what's a
teens
TikTok
like.
trend, and that's actually remarkably helpful for programming attendance.
Okay.
I can see that.
And I suppose some of the data that you guys collect also maybe helps drive those decisions throughout the year as well.
Yeah, I mean we keep track of circulation statistics.
Okay.
See
We'll
what's been
never
checked
keep
out the
track
most.
of we'll never keep track of like the demographics of patrons. But like we can tell you how many times this book was checked out this year, how many times it's been checked out for its whole life,
Okay.
that kind of thing, and that will determine whether maybe when it's damaged we reorder it or we don't.
Or you don't.
Makes
And
sense.
you guys typically have a rotation on books for how long they stay on the shelves, or do they typically stay
Yeah.
as long as they're in good condition, or how do you keep the collection kind of?
As long as they're in good condition and they're being read, and the information is not outdated. So
Okay.
like, dinosaurs have feathers now. Like,
Yep.
there are certain things that, a dinosaur book from the 90s isn't going to be
As
as
accurate.
accurate as something from 2018 or 2025, right?
Okay. Yep.
So for nonfiction, things generally have a lower life, maybe 5 years-ish.
Okay.
Less, sometimes we'll do like a 2 years. But fiction, I mean, you've got your classics, Lord of the Rings, Narnia, Harry Potter. those are being read, they're being valued, so they're not going to go anywhere. But the series that have had their life,
Yeah, they had their
they get
limelight
weeded.
and then they move on. Okay.
yeah, it's usually 5 years no circs from what I've seen.
Okay.
Now with Wing 10,
Yep.
what's your most memorable interaction that you've had with patrons? Kind of something that really just sticks with you and kind of reminds you of why you do the job.
I like the summer reading program, handing out the prizes to the little kids and their facial expressions. They get really excited. I think those moments stand out to me. Also, just interacting with people from the public. I don't know, you get to meet cool people, and sometimes you hear cool stories, so I don't know.
Yeah, you get the extra life perspectives from
Yeah.
people just passing through and just visiting.
Exactly. Yeah, I really enjoy that about working at the library.
Yeah, I have a terrible memory. Like, I'm sure I've had a lot of memorable interactions, but until something sparks that memory, it's hard to say. Like, again, the one with the resume definitely sticks with me.
Yeah.
I hope you got the job. But like, when we reopened for programming this October, or tail end of October, the first adult craft club I'd had in quite a while, people were like, "We're so happy to be back," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is why. This is why I'm here." Like, you can get in your head about, like, am I ordering the right things? Is my attendance high enough? There are strains and pressure in any job, even ones that you love.
Yeah.
But I think when you see the people and that you've had an impact, that's definitely
The people aspect just makes
yeah,
the day.
absolutely.
Now, as we wrap up, do you guys have
A
favorite
favorite.
sauce?
Yes. Favorite and least favorite sauces.
I mean, you were
think I
pretty
liked
emotional about the
6.
end there.
Yeah.
I think I liked 6.
The bourbon maple.
I think
You think it was that one at least?
I think it might have been.
Lost track after the bomb.
Yeah, it kind of scrambled my brains. They
The bomb
ran out my
one.
nose.
The bomb one was my favorite.
That's your favorite?
Yep.
Sucker for punishment.
You're the only person in the history of
I
doing
don't
this.
think anybody's ever joked around. Everybody says they hate that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's been diesel, it's been dirt, it's been poison.
I don't think it
Worst
tastes
thing on there?
bad. Like, I would say that. I know that Jake said that it's not the heat that gets you, it tastes really bad. And I'm like, I think it's the heat, actually.
Yeah.
I think that might be it.
So the other version of the bomb, Evolution, I think tastes more like dirt than Beyond Insanity, but Beyond Insanity, the heat sticks with you more.
yeah, the
My
Goat
hands
Rider down
started
number
shaking
3.
after I ate it.
I would say that teriyaki from number 3, the Goat Rider, I think is one of my favorites. It
That was a
mixes-
good one.
it
With
mixes
a little bit
lot
of
of
like the
things.
wasabi back end.
Yeah.
So we'd like to thank you guys, obviously, for doing this with us. We'd like to thank everybody online watching this. If you guys have any comments on who we should do this with in the future, please like, subscribe, and let us know. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.